fair warning. I should have put this in the beginning of the video. I'm sorry, guys. This is a hell of a freaking expensive build. All right. Hey, welcome back. And this is my Gemling Stacker. Okay, so this goes more in depth into the build. If you guys want a very short to the point version of this video, I'll display the card up on the top right corner right over here. Otherwise, enjoy. Alright, so for those who don't know, this might be a long video, guys. This might be. We'll see where we end up. Alright, for those who don't know, a Gemling Attribute Stacker, or if they just call it a stacker, is because you stack attributes. And the reason for this is because of our weapon. We're using the Pillar of the Caged God, and it gives you 2% increased area of effect for attacks per 5 intelligence, 2% increased attack speed per 5 dex, and 12 increased weapon damage per 5 strength. Now I need to say that the standard version of this weapon gives you 10% increased weapon damage per 5 strength, and here's one as an example. There we go. That's pretty much the standard one you get. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's start with the quickest thing first, our gear. Alright, so I'm running Pillar of the Caged God, and we've got the 3 dragons solid mask. Now I must say, I've tried so many variations of this build. I've tried running Chaos Inoculation, but I can only get Energy Shield to stack up. Sorry, I'm actually thinking, while I'm saying this, I'm thinking that I got a helm that stacked a lot of Energy Shield, but I never ever changed my boots. I could actually get more Energy Shield, but at the end of the day, with my testing, I got up to 4,000 Energy Shield, which sounds a lot, but I don't know, it just didn't feel right. It didn't sit well with me, and I actually died more than I do now. And throughout the process, I've had my resistances up 75, 75, 75. Well, not exactly 75, but I'll show you in a sec. Right, and then we've got the Warrior Invictus Grand Regalia. Yes. Alright, so this is the heart and soul of this build. No, I'm lying. This isn't the heart and soul. You could actually... Sorry, I just had a brain fart in the middle of that sentence, because I was thinking, can you do a build without this? And it gave me an idea for another video. But I digress. Alright, so then we've got our Hands of Wisdom in action. Future. Furtive Raps. My bad, not future, but furtive Raps. Alright, so this gives you more attack speed per 5 dex, but it gives you some nice damage per 10 int. Alright, so that's why we've got these. Then you need to run. I would say this is the heart and soul of this build, the Ingenuity belt. Alright, I got me a nice 78% increased bonuses to gain from equipped rings, and I've got a nice plus 11 to strength enchantment on that as well. I can't remember what this cost me. I think it was like I'm trying to think, because the prices vary so much. Every day you go and check, the prices are different. For the life of me, I cannot remember what I paid for this. I really can't. It was either maybe like 3 dove, 5 dove. No, it wasn't that much. I know it was a bargain. I think it was 3 dove maybe. Damn, guys, I can't remember. Sorry, my bad. This I bought. This I actually was lucky and got the 12% increased weapon damage on it. It's one I picked up and then I vaulted it. The rest, everything I bought, even the helm. I picked up another one that's 58% increased evasion and energy shield. And I don't know why I haven't used it yet. That 1% might make a difference. Then the boots. You don't usually see people running with these boots because you can get way better stats. I would say you can get boots with some movement speed, even if you do not use the movement speed, because you don't need movement speed with this character on your boots. You can get way more energy shield, and you can get maybe strength and dex on there that will be in the 40s. But I don't know, I've been playing with these. I haven't played around with the boots a lot. I keep skipping the boots when I switch my gear pieces around. So then let's go to rings. I've got this for the elemental resistances. Then this is purely to get my damage up. Also got lightning resistance on there just to cap it off. Then I've got my stellar amulet, and this is also purely focused towards damage. That's why I've got the 7 to all attributes with the 3 attributes on there as well. Then I'm running spaghettification, and I used to have insightfulness on this, but when I removed insightfulness, I didn't lose as much energy shield as I thought I would. So I went with spaghettification, which was a major boost towards damage. But then you think about the 13%, minus 13% to chaos resistance, and as it is, I don't have chaos resistance. So to counter that, I got this gem over here, which the small passives in the radius grant me 2% chaos resistance, and it also, the notables, gives me a little bit of extra strength. Alright, now with the gear out of the way, let's do gems quickly. Skill gems. So I'm running Tempest Flurry. Now I know in my previous video I said a couple of things about this character, but I've changed a couple of things as well. So I used to run Herald of Ice, which was beautiful because everything just explodes around you, but I figured because the hours give me extra lightning damage to intelligence, why don't I do Herald of Thunder, or you know, instead of trying to run both damages, maybe just focus on lightning damage. And then you might think to yourself, why am I not running Herald of Thunder and Herald of Ice? And that's because I want, it's my personal preference, is to run Grim Feast. I want to run Grim Feast. I can totally swap this out for Herald of Ice, but I don't need it. I don't actually need it, and I'll show you guys why. Alright, so we've got Tempest Flurry, which is at 215k DPS at the moment, and that's because, as I also said in my previous video, I'm doing 10,000 damage per use with its character. I actually got it up to 21,330 damage per use. Right, and because I'm running 10 attacks per second, that makes my DPS 215k. Now our support skills that I do run with this is martial temper for the attack speed. I've got inspiration to bring down the cost. Pardon me. Then I have electrocute because I want to because of the helm. Lightning damage from each contributes to freeze buildup. Now I've got this theory where the lightning damage that contributes to electrocution buildup will also build up to freeze with the helm, and it shows with this build because you do so much lightning damage, you instantly freeze stuff, and it's beautiful. Then I have lightning infusion for the extra 25% damage. And now this is a weird one. It's momentum, because momentum reads funny. It says after moving at least 2 meters during a single use of a supported skill, the rest of that use deals 40% more damage. So now you'll think, okay, well, Tempest Flurry has got 4 attacks in a chain, and then that should be 1 use of it, right? Now because you're attacking so fast, that's not much of distance that you cover. But for some reason, as soon as I hit something, this kicks in. I don't know why. It's weird. Because I can move around now and you can see my DPS isn't doing anything. Doesn't matter how far I move. But I'll show you in the map, as soon as I smack something with this stuff, it's like momentum kicks in and then my DPS just goes up. It's beautiful. I'll show you guys. Then we move over to Bell, which I've got overabundance, which everybody should have on Bell. Then I've got Rage Forged because I've got a gem at Bull's Rage, and you want to use that rage to do more damage because the bell is there for chunky boys. If something's not dying within 3 to 4 hits, you plop down the bell and it just decimates them. And obviously for bosses as well. So you wanna, your bell is your ulti. It's your ultimate skill. Alright, then we've got concentrated effect for more damage, and this doesn't matter. That 40% more damage is for free because the 50% less area of effect doesn't count because of the sheer amount of intelligence you've got on this build. Your weapon increases the area of effect drastically, so this is just free damage. You don't even have to worry about the 50% less area of effect. Then we've got close combat, obviously, because you plop a bell down right next to something to kill it. Then we've got lightning penetration because you infuse the bell with lightning damage. I wanted to penetrate lightning resistance as well. Right, Arrow of Thunder, I'm running magnified effect, which makes this almost as big as the screen when one of these go off. Then Carousing Current. Shocking hits from supported skills have a 50% chance to also shock enemies within 2.5 meter radius. I've got this in there because I don't know what to put in there, to be honest. That's me being honest. Then I've got Primal Armament running in there. Shock Siphon. This I still have to see if it works, because this was like a last minute before I started recording decision to put this in here, because I want to see if Herald of Thunder claps somebody's cheeks, if it's gonna fill my energy shield. We'll see. Then +1 level to supported lightning skill, so I can have it on level 20 because I haven't found any level 20 gems yet. I haven't felt the need to buy any level 20 gems yet, so that's why not everything's level 20. Then I'm using Hand of Chahula just for that little bit of extra on bosses, right? Because you do get reduced effect. 32% reduced effect of socketed curses and marks. Then I'm running conductivity, which gives minus 36% lightning resistance, which then with the 32% reduced gives me 4%, extra 4%, minus 4% lightning resistance that I give to a boss. This is 25% increased effect to the curse, which is the conductivity. And then I've got voltaic. I'm always struggling to say this word. Voltaic mark. Yes. Okay. So that's what's wrong with my lips. This is what happens when I smack him with a hand of Chula. It's got a little bit of extra something. All right. Then we've got charged off, running, innervate. What was innervate for again? Oh yeah, extra lightning damage. Neural overload, so that I can electrocute primed enemies. We've got lightning exposure, obviously to expose them to lightning. And we've got strip away to boost that exposure. And then I've got conduction in here as well to have 100% more chance to shock with charged off. Got combat frenzy with profusion. Combat frenzy with profusion. My bad. Wind dancer with the same old stuff: lockdown, pin, and maim. And then grim feast with clarity, because if you don't have any cost reduction on this, it slurps up all your mana when you run around with this thing. You see, this just slurps it up. So clarity helps us a lot. And then we've got precision, 30% increased accuracy rating while the skill is active, because with accuracy rating you get extra attack speed as well, so that helps. Hey guys, this is Editing Roodster, and I'm kicking myself in the ass because this precision with the accuracy rating only gives you increased attack speed if you have this node on your tree. Let me show you. There we go. Falcon Dive, which I had, and I forgot that I removed these points, which I remember now was some of the extra points I had removed to go in this direction. Alright, so if you've got Falcon Dive, then the accuracy rating does help for attack speed. Otherwise, it just gives you extra accuracy rating. Alright, so for those who do not know, what happens is with Tempest Flurry, when you attack, you actually move forward. And because we're doing 10 attacks per second, this becomes our movement. You actually move faster than having 30% movement speed on your boots. Alright, so this is how this build works. And then that little lightning at the end that you do, that last hit of Flurry, is so big because of having so much intelligence. Your area of effect for everything on this build is just massive. It's massive. Alright, okay, then let me not take up too much more of your time. Let's jump into the passive skill tree. Alrighty, so let's start with your ascendancy, which is going to be the Gemling Legionnaire. That's why we call this the Gemling Stacker. Alright, because of this node. This is, if anything, you just need this node. Alright, inherit bonuses from intelligence, strength and dexterity are doubled. This is what we want. Alright, so you go up this path with your first couple of points. Attribute requirements by gems set by your highest attribute, which is good. Which means you can stack just intelligence or just dex or strength in the beginning, and all of your requirements is satisfied by your highest attribute. Alright, and this then doubles everything. I have checked out the 3 additional skill slots. We don't need it. You can use 2 copies of the same support gem, which can be nice if you want to put like martial tempo in charge staff, or maybe run 2 sets of bells, something like that. This I had a look, it just gives you maximum cold resistance, fire and lightning resistance. So all it does is it raises your resistance cap from 75 to 76, right? Which I don't know, it wasn't very attractive to me to choose this. Right, then I went up to 10% quality of all skills, which is meh, because I mean the gem cutters prisms isn't that expensive. And then this is the biggie actually, because 30% less cost of skills, which helps a lot with that mana thirsty running around with Tempest Flurry. This actually helps to get your Tempest Flurry as high as possible. Skills, that's why you can see I've got a level 19. I can go up to level 20, which helps boost the damage. Alright, and then the 30% more attribute requirements for skill gems does not matter at all, because you're stacking your attributes, it doesn't matter. Alright, then you can go to +1 level of all skills if you want. This is also an option to hit that level 20. So you guys can play around with everything from here this way. Everything here I think is more personal preference, oops, my bad, than anything else. But you do need this. This is a must. This is where you have to go straight for this with your first couple of points. Alright, then now before I move on, alright, this build I put together here is a mixture of about 140,000 million videos on Gemling Stackers that's on YouTube, and what I've seen on Maxroll, and what I want, my preferences. Alright, so this is, I've got a perfect Frankenstein over here, because I've played around with so many options, and I've settled on this one because so far this works the best for my playstyle. I have to say that as well, because you do get different ways people build their stacker, and some work for some people, some work for others. Right, so I've tried 1 or 2. It didn't work out for me too well, so then I started playing around. After I understood how this stacker works, I played around, and with every little bit I pushed it further and further and further. Now I've seen there is builds out there that is way more powerful than mine. I've seen builds out there that hits as hard as mine, is chaos inoculated, and has the max stacks of resistance, but those things cost a lot. Fair warning, I should have put this in the beginning of the video. I'm sorry guys. This is a hell of a freaking expensive build. Alright, especially when you start getting into it, because you want to push it more and more and more, just that little bit further, because you're trying to reach every milestone of damage. The more and more you can get, whilst keeping your resistances up. While I'm talking on that point, let me show you this quickly. So I've got a little bit of armor, which helps. I've got eye invasion. It's not the best, it's not 85%, not even 70%, but it's 66%. Alright, so this is cool, it helps a lot. Fire armor on 72, cold armor on 75, and lightning armor on 75. Alright, then I've got my 1023 energy shield, which is alright-ish. It's enough for me, and I've got 3763 HP, which is also very nice. Now you might think to yourself, listen, if you run Chaos Inoculation with 4k energy shield with Grim Feast, you go up to 8000 energy shield. That is way better than what I've got now. And yes, it is, but for some reason, when you go Chaos Inoculation, you actually nerf yourself damage wise, because you need to spend so much points into things like at a point I was down here getting increased energy shield from a helmet. I changed my helmet to a max energy shield helmet. I got these nodes over here. I got insightfulness. I tried getting these nodes, but you spend so much points away from your tree that you lose damage, and it wasn't working out for me. Now I've got way more damage, and I've got more survivability due to more offense, if that makes sense. Alright, and then again, it's my playstyle. It works for me. Alright, so let's start down here. I'll zoom it out all the way. Alright, so I don't mess you guys around. Pardon me. You come down, your first point obviously in here, then you just want attributes. You're gonna go attributes all the way. You get this because this is an awesome node. You get so much just for 1 point. The hits against you have 20% reduced critical damage bonus, 20% increased armor and evasion rating, which is brilliant off the bat. And then 5, it's like having 2 extra nodes here. You get 1 for strength and 1 for dex. Then you come all the way down here. Just a note there, if you do want to play this from the beginning, if you got yourself a little nice Pillar of the Cage God and you want to play this build, just put strength. While you're leveling, just plop strength in here. That's all you need. Strength all the way up until I would just say put strength until you get to end game. Then you get your hours. No, I'm lying. Just do it until you get your hours. Then you start playing around to get at least 7-8 attacks per second. Then you can play around with the damage between strength and intelligence. Alright, I came down here. You get these nodes because these boost all your attributes. You want this because it gives you 10% increased attributes, and this one gives you increased damage per 5 of your lowest attribute, which is brilliant. Then you go all the way up here. You grab these because these are beautiful. It's all crit nodes. This one gives you extra intelligence, this one gives you extra strength, and this one gives you an extra percent critical hit chance. You need to go through here to get that anyways. No, I'm lying, you don't need to. I'm just thinking about going around like this. You can actually go up here, go up there, and save 3 points if you want. Alright, guys. Alright. Then I went around here. I grabbed these all for dex. Get as much dex as I can. While leveling, it's nice to get these. And then maybe spec out of them later. Because I'll be honest, to me, having 10 attacks per second is brilliant. You don't need more, you don't want less. 10 attacks per second is brilliant. The only thing that more attacks per second is gonna do is boost your DPS, but it's not gonna boost your damage per use, and this is what you want to look at, is your damage per use, not your DPS. Alright, this gives us more dex and evasion rating. Get these 3 nodes just for the extra attack speed with quarterstaffs. This one gives you extra dex. Then you come down here. These I grabbed in game It's only now at year where I am at level 93 where I'm struggling to level that I got these, but I did go into, you do want to get to resonance as fast as you can. You use your charged staff, then you want to grab these because this gives you intelligence and this one gives you dex. Alright, so you want to grab these and get the extra crit stuff that comes with it. I went into these two because I want the extra chaos resistance to make up for the minus 13 chaos resistance on spaghettification. As you can see, I'm in 1%, which is meh. All you do with this build is you just dodge the chaos stuff. That's all. You don't have to worry about much. All you have to do is keep an eye out for anything purple that's about to hit you and stay out of its way. That's it. Alright, I got these in game as well, just for the extra energy shield and evasion rating. This as well gives us some energy shield and evasion rating to boost that. Alright, these two is important as hell. Well, not this one too much, because you need to spec into this to get into this one. This is what we want. 50% increased damage with hits against frozen enemies. And with the 3 dragons helm, you freeze a lot, and as soon as something's frozen, boom, 50% extra damage. It's beautiful. Alright, you want to move up in here, you want to grab the intelligence over here, and then I just stretched it out so that I can get this gem socket over here. Alright, and then right at the end game, I started moving this way. Came all the way. These points, I'll tell you guys now, these points that I spent in here, from here to there, were points that was in here. 2 points in here for the +4 to ailment threshold per dex, so that you don't get shocked and frozen and burnt as much. Then I had these up here, but these did not give me as much energy shield as I thought it would. And where else did I have points in? Where else? I'm just like, oh, and then I came down here, I grabbed this for extra attack damage, I grabbed that for attack speed, and I grabbed that for the extra 10th strength as well. So I now add points going up here towards this jewel socket here. I grabbed all those points and I've decided to go for gold, and I just stretched this out all the way over here, grabbed this socket here, jewel socket, and I came up here because we do get reduced mana, but I've got 2373 mana with this, so I had like 3k mana. Alright, so it was with it. Got 12 strength, this gave me extra 12 strength, an extra 12 strength, and then this butte is 1% increased damage per 5 strength, and this is absolutely beautiful. It boosts your damage so much. Alright, and that is it for the tree, guys. That's the tree. Now let me show you the jewels quickly. I had one here, but I moved it. I can't remember where I moved this to. But anyways, this one I've got for increased evasion, increased damage with quarterstaffs, increased attack speed with quarterstaffs, and the penetration for lightning. Oh, I need to show you that as well. Got a lot of lightning pen because in my weapon I went with 30% elemental resistance penetration, and then a couple of sockets as well, jewel sockets in the tree, which gives me 57% lightning resistance penetration. Alright, so it starts with this one, then I've got this one here for, this was just a brilliant jewel I had, and I was like, I've got to use it. awesome. I mean, I get 14% increased lightning damage, 15% increased elemental damage, 8% increased chance to inflict ailments, and 5% increased duration of damaging ailments on enemies. I mean, how can you just overlook that? That's beautiful. Alright, then we've got this one for more invasion rating, attack speed, and damage with quarterstaffs. This one I think does the same. Invasion rating, damage penetrates lightning resistance, and the elemental threshold that I get with it. Here is my rage. Gain 1 rage or melee hit. Ruby. It also gives me rage when hit by an enemy, 20% extra armor, and 6% increased area of effect. It's a very nice gem that I picked up. I can't even remember how much it was. It was cheap. By the time I bought it, it was cheap. Then over here we've got again damage with quarterstaffs, attack speed with quarterstaffs, and 7% lightning resistance penetration. And this one you guys saw gives me the chaos resistance and the extra strength per small passives and our notables over here. This one over here gives me again evasion rating, attack speed, damage with quarterstaffs, and I think the one right at the end is my mana. Yes. Yeah, we've got recover 1% life on kill. The most important one is recover 2% mana on kill. You just need one of these that recovers 2% of mana on kill, and your mana doesn't go anywhere except between pack to pack. And when you're running around on the map trying to find the last thing, then you run out of mana, but you use your pot then. Otherwise, your mana stays full. It's awesome. Got some more increased area of effect on this one as well, and we don't consume corpses, so we're fine. Alright guys, that is my Gemling Stacker I promised to brag with a little bit. This is my farming character. I just farm maps with this one, while I try different things with other characters, or try and come up with something that I can entertain you guys with. I am gonna run a map to show you guys what it does. I will not be commenting while doing the map, so let me just say thank you for watching this far. I appreciate you. I hope this inspires you to start a Gemling Stacker. It is hella fun, I must say. You will not regret it unless you're gonna be sad with parting with your currency. Alright, otherwise it's really, guys, this thing is hella fun, and that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe to see more videos coming in the future. And that's it from me. I'll catch you in the next one. Sorry guys, I know I said I wasn't going to comment, but as you saw I had major lag, so I just closed a couple of things that was open. I think it was causing the lag, although I do get a ton of lag when I do play anyways with my potato PC. So let me see if I can finish this map. I didn't go far, as you can see on the map. Yeah, I didn't do much. I just tried to sort out that lag. So let's continue.
Take it back! Take it back! Take it back!
No.
Take it back! All gold is required. Take it back! Who's next? No. Bruh. Bloody beautiful. Take it back! Take it back!
Nah.
Bruh.
Alright guys, this is a stitch just for the end of the video. I was gonna insert this when I was talking about momentum on running momentum on Tempest Flurry. I just did a test and this is the results. Hey guys, this is Editing Roodster here, and listen, I actually forgot to show you what momentum does, so I'm just gonna patch it in to the video right over here to show you. So we're gonna grab a we want a nice open map. Oh, it doesn't actually matter. Let me just grab, I'll grab Fortress. Alright, now, while I've got momentum running, you can see nothing's happening to my DPS. Alright, as soon as I hit a mob, you'll see that number go up. Let's find one quickly.
Take it back.
You see, look at the DPS go up as soon as I start smacking something.
Take it back.
See if we can find some more. Okay, now that's with momentum. See if I take the momentum off. Let's go find some more mobs. I know this is weird watching me do it this way. As you can see. Maybe it's not momentum. You know what? I just realized it's not momentum that does this. Ah, something's smacking me. I think it is to do with my passives. It's either it's this and what else? Okay, let's test this further.
Take it back. Who needs a nap? Take it back. Take it back.
Okay, so we got it up to 27, 7 to 8. Let's see what happens if we take momentum off and then how far it goes up.
Take it back. Who needs a nap? Take it back.
Okay, so it's not momentum.
Take it back. Take it back.
Okay, so I'll have to revisit that. Alright, so these videos are very educational, even for me, because I thought it was momentum that did that, and it wasn't momentum. So actually, momentum does nothing unless you play, I think, maybe the flicker strike. Alright, so I'm gonna check out, or maybe there must be another support that we can plug that hole with. But I'll be sure to add it in the next video. Alright, Roodster out.